In this video, I'd like to share with you one of the biggest mistakes I'm seeing golfers make. So I don't know whether you hook the ball or whether you slice the golf, but from many of my students that come, most of people are working on the wrong thing, and it's really ruining their golf swings. You know, if you slice the golf ball, you're trying to stop coming over the top, which is understandable. And if you hook the golf ball, you might be trying to stop coming inside too much. But there's a first place you need to start, and that isn't it, okay? And it's tending to ruin so many swings. In this video, I'm going to share with you the very first thing you need to work on to start to solve any curvature that you've got. You get this right, and what you're going to find is a snowball effect where your golf swing starts to improve naturally in a really, really easy way. So let's get started. If you slice the golf ball, you're probably aware that your club must be coming across the line of the golf ball, out to, and we call it, okay? The face must be open to that path, and that's giving you the curve to the right. If you hook the golf ball, you're probably now aware that you swing too much over to the right hand side. If you're right-hander, face is closed, and that's giving you the hook to the left. But one, what's causing it? And two, how do you get rid of it? Well, the very first thing I want you to focus on is club face. And when you started the game, you wouldn't have done this. This is why you have these weird and wonderful swings, because let me explain. Your desire to hit fairways and greens will far outweigh your desire to improve your golf swing. What I mean by that is this. If your face, without you realizing, was open, it would have created, let's say, a bend to the right-hand side if you're a right-hander. What you've done naturally, without even realizing, to compensate, is you've aimed further left and you've started to swing further left, just simply to do the exact right thing, which is to hit fairways and hit greens. But if you'd have solved the main problem first, which is club face, none of this would have happened. None of the over-the-top motions and stuff would have happened, okay? So let me share you now 3 very simple ways on how you start fixing club face. The very first thing I want you to do is look at your grip, and nobody does this enough because it's boring, yeah? A lot of people like the fancy stuff in the swing, but the grip controls the club face. And I want you to just look at this for a second. If you slice the golf ball, the tendency is this, is that your hands are turned too much towards the target. Now, if you do this with me, look at this. If I move my hands to the end of range, turn them this way, okay, and then I grip my clubs, that's almost like too weak. The only thing they can do now is do this. Open the club face, yeah? What I want you to do is this. Do the opposite. Start to turn your hands away from the target a bit more so that they have more range to do what? If I've turned my hands away from the target, I have more range now to do what? Close the face, yeah? So if you naturally have your face open too much, you need more range in your hands to get that club closing down. This is how you're going to start to straighten your shots up, okay? It's completely opposite if you hook the golf ball. For example, sometimes I myself can kind of hook the golf ball, and the reason, or the thing that I change, is my left-hand grip. My left-hand grip can get basically twisted too much away from the target, giving me no range look to kind of open the face or kind of square it in my case. So what I tend to do is I move my left hand a little bit more towards the target, and now look, I've got more mobility look to kind of open the club face, or in my case, square it and stop that hook. So how do you go about working on this? Well, get yourself set, and I gave this to a recent student who was actually slicing the golf ball, and I got him to move his hands away from the target a little bit more. And bit by bit, what we found was his ball flight was getting straighter and straighter. But where do you think he hit it? He was hitting it straight left. Why? Because he didn't get rid of his over the top. That's not what we worked on. We worked on face. So now his club face was beautifully square to the path he was swinging on, which was straight left. Now we've got a chance to start to really, really improve his swing. We wanted, of course, we wanted to stop the over the top. Now we could, because now what we could do, we said, now he's hitting it straight left. His body, he doesn't want to hit it straight left. He now wants to hit it on line. So now he's got the confidence to swing more this way. Why? Because he's got the face ready to go. Before, if you try to change your path, you'll never change your path if your club face is still open, because you'll start to change your path and the ball will go even further right with a perfect golf swing. So you've created this motion as a pure byproduct of an open face, all right? So fix the face first, and then you'll have the confidence to swing properly down the target line, which is what you need to do. Let's now move on to point number 2, which will start to help you compress this golf ball while simultaneously controlling that face. So you've got your grip sorted. Now the second way I want you to really help bring in this club so it's beautifully square, in fact not just square, but you actually strike the shot fantastically well, is follow this drill. A lot of people don't realize that when you set up here, that's set up, but look, this is impact, completely different, isn't it? We get compression, hands are slightly ahead. Here's how I want you to feel this and at the same time control club face. Get yourself set up, and all I want you to do is this. Take some swings, and I want you to throw the leading edge of the club into the ground, so we're going to make a mark like this, okay? And as you're doing it, I actually want you, particularly if you slice, I want you to throw the leading edge in and even get the toe digging in first. Okay, like this. Now, what this will do is it's going to give you, one, a feel of where the face is, but also it's going to give you a feel of that level of compression of that leading edge going into the ground with that handle lean. Okay, does that make sense? Now, I gave this to a recent student, Liam. Unbelievable results. I've got a video here which I'll share with you, me doing this. Unbelievable. And it really helped him not only get rid of any cut or slice, but really helped in compress. So you simply just throw it in, feel what that's like, and then simply move the club to the golf ball, and then imagine returning to that there. So you're throwing the club into the ground, this time where the ball is, okay? So it looks something like this. Listen to that sound. Look at that. Ball turf, okay? Gives you a beautiful, beautiful draw, okay? And it's always going to be ball turf. Now, get that sensation. It's as simple as that. Get the sensation of leading edge coming in. It'll feel the compression, as opposed to, look, if you do this, which you see a lot of people, there's never going to be any compression. Your bounce is going to hit. You're going to be thinning it, fattening it, you name it. Simple one, yes, but it works a treat, okay? Now, before we get into step number 3, look, if you're enjoying this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. And of course, look, I release videos like this every single week to try and help you improve your game. So come and join the community by pressing that subscribe button and the bell so I can see you next week. Now, point number 3. So what I thought would be nice now is to take you out into the golf course and show you how to apply it, or how I apply it as well. And my goal and your goal should be the same. We want to stop, we want to hit straight shots. I sometimes overdraw it, you might sometimes overslice it, yep? So our goal should be to do the opposite. As somebody who overdraws it, my goal is to either straight shots on a golf course or a fade. That has to be my goal. That means I'm taking control. How do I do this? I move my hands towards the target. If you slice the golf ball, your goal should be, number 1, to do this, to see if you can hit straight shots or even get the ball moving right to left if you're a right-hander, almost like draw shape, okay? That's your goal. So we get ourselves set, and what I'm doing here is this: I've moved my hands towards the target, and all I'm going to do now is visualize or aim to get a left to right shape. Why? Because my bad shot is a right to left shape. Just like that. Okay, so that's what I do. Now you can, what I want you to imagine is this: if you get the confidence that you now know, if you're a slicer, your ball's going to curve right to left, you will then have the confidence to start swinging more in to out and correcting that slice. That has to be your goal, okay? That's the only way you're going to build that confidence out on the golf course. So, hope you enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up if you did. And look, if you loved the drill I gave earlier in the video, check this video out right here that I did with Liam. Worked unbelievably well. I'll show you step by step how we created it and create some amazing ball striking. Of course, look, if you're new to the channel, press this little button right here and come and join me next week. But until next week, have a wonderful golfing week.